Good evening, race fans. Welcome to round number 3 for the Old School League Cup Series. We come to you live from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Today, it's the Autopilot Solar Solutions 300. Hello, race fans. I'm Marty Sakala. Glad you could join us for Old School League Cup Series action here on our Facebook page. Well, this man, you see him on your screen. He has been nothing but dominant to start the season off in OSL Cup Series competition, and that is Mark Sacocci. He has won the first 2 races this season, winning the Daytona 300 and the Full Send Graphics 300. Could he possibly start the season out 3 for 3? Well, he's got a lot more expanded competition. Johnny Taylor makes his return to OSL racing, and we all remember how he did last time out in any form of 1.5 mile racing back in ARCA. He was nothing but flawless. So as we get ready for qualifying action, waiting for some of our first drivers to take on qualifying.
We got no race controller tonight, guys. Because apparently the hospital for some reason.
So as drivers take to the track, start things off by...
I got to try to follow the...
Thanks, brother.
Can't really enforce them too much tonight, but try to stay right and drive through boxes.
So we start things off by watching the driver of the number 16. That is Tom Para. 1 start already this season and finished in the 19th position. Will be the first driver we watch on our end. Wes Hurd Jr. also qualifying. Para starting things off in the purples, now turning to the green. And we'll see where Para starts his timing off. Started in 7th in his first start on this season. Para's first lap does not count, actually. But the first time is set by Wes Hurd Jr. in the iRacing number 12, but sim stamped number 88. 29.77 is the starting time here in qualifying. So we watch Para here come across the start-finish line in the yellows on lap number 2. I don't even think he got a time in.
Oh, you better hurry up, make the fucking broadcaster happy.
We apologize for the language of James Miller. Dustin Montgomery goes up to the top of the charts with a 29.22. Gonna watch Ray Zercut here in the number 14. Sector 1 in the yellows, looking to beat his first lap time of a 30.475. Montgomery, meanwhile, in the purples, looking to go faster than his quick time on a 29.22. At the stripe, though, 29.15 is the quick time for Dustin Montgomery. Aaron Manfredonia in the number 31, 30.07, the time to beat for him. He improves, goes to a 29.93, good for third quickest. James Miller comes across the line to complete lap number 2, 29.351, second quickest for James Miller. Brian Wiggins also going with a 29.35. Let's watch Cody McCauley here in the number 62. Goes fourth quick with a 29.41, 29.41 for Cody McCauley. Justin Diltz in the Team Penske number 21, working on his first lap, but my goodness, that car is very tight.
In race trim, oh, the race trim that I sent you, we're probably going to have to bring the tape down a little bit. Drop it down to 40 on the race trim.
You hear Miller there on the radio. Justin Diltz's first lap time starts things off with a 31.13, eighth quickest for Justin Diltz. Diltz with a 5.5 average finish, 2 top 10s and 1 top 5. Coming off a 5th place finish at Atlanta at the race that will never be talked about in OSL competition again. Justin Diltz definitely improving here in the greens in both sectors. From 8th, he goes, and he stays there actually, a 30.52. So show you the time on the screen. 5 minutes left in qualifying, and now we will show you the other driver from Team Penske. That is Scott McKinney in the number 2. Couple of drivers that have yet to come out yet for qualifying. Justin Cope, Mark Sikochi, Johnny Taylor, and Mark Cook. And as I say that, Sikochi enters the track. So this is his first lap, by the way. That won't count due to, oh, McKinney is loose, very loose. And will pull it off. Not what he wants at all. Mark Cook entering the track, and here's the other Mark in the field with 2 wins this season. Mark Sikochi in the affordable SEO number 8. And Sikochi on the clock. Pull time currently 29.154, set by Dustin Montgomery. A lot of drivers in their first old school league start on the year after we had Sikochi doing a lot of recruiting to make sure that we get a bunch of drivers in. It's supposed to be 35 drivers, but instead we only have about 16. Sector 1 is good for Sikochi, all in the green, and he starts things off 4th quick with a 29.35. Let's watch Mark Cook here real quick in the number 88. In the green in Sector 1. Purple in Sector 2. Up to 2nd quick. 29.159. Mark Cook is on the clock and cooking. Sikochi, green in Sectors 1 and 2, improves to 3rd with a 29.26. Cook is in green in Sector 1, so this is better than his first lap time. He could possibly improve. Is he in the purple? No, he's in the yellow and stays 2nd quick at a 29.16. Two and a half minutes left of qualifying to go, as Sikochi has put it in park for right now. Just under 90 seconds to go, and from the looks of it, I don't think anyone will get a lap in time. So the official quick time for Dustin Montgomery stands at a 29.15. Under a minute left in qualifying. And qualifying likely will be wrapped up. And it's Dustin Montgomery and Mark Cook on the front row when we take the green tonight. So with that being said, 10 drivers take qualifying time, and here's how we will line things up for tonight. Dustin Montgomery with a 29.154 is on the pole. Mark Cook is next to him. Look at the difference in time, though. 4/1000ths of a second. Row number 2, Mark Saccoci and James Miller. Row 3, Brian Wiggins and Cody McCauley. Row 4, Wes Hurd Jr. and Aaron Manfredonia. And rounding out the top 10, Ray Zurkutt and Justin Diltz. Row number 6, Kayla McCarthy and Justin Cope. Row 7 is Scott McKinney and Tom Parra, and rounding out the field is Johnny Taylor. And if he races tonight, and he's not in yet, he will have to come from the rear to the front. Listen to some driver chatter here while we wait. Doesn't look like we have anything.
How far do you think you're going to start out with it, Miller?
And we won't listen to that just yet. You see the temp on your screen. iRacing time 6:43, 76 degrees. The track temp, air temp is 69 degrees. Nice 20% humidity. Should be a fun race indeed. There's a double check just about 30 seconds away. Just waiting for 3 drivers, Saccoci, Zurkutt, and Taylor.
Thank you.
One pace lap around Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and here's how we'll do things tonight. 200 laps around the 1.5 mile tri-oval, 300 miles. And it looks like we will have 13 drivers that are taking the green flag to start the night off tonight. Obviously, you were watching the driver of the number 8 extremely closely. Starting in 3rd position. Only 1 pace lap needed around Las Vegas, and then we'll get right into it. Front row making their front row pole sitter Dustin Montgomery making his first start on the season.
Clear.
Mark Cook in his second start in OSL Cup Series competition. Had a 17th place finish at Daytona. Cody McCauley also making his debut. Same with Aaron Manfredonia. Second start of the season for Brian Wiggins, finished 11th in the Daytona 300. As we say to start off every race here that I broadcast, race fans, strap in and hold on tight, because these men and women are about to turn them loose and drop the sledgehammer. Pace car makes the left-hand turn to pit road. A pair of Chevys make up the front row, and one of them is making his his OSL Cup Series debut. As we say, let's go old school racing at Vegas. Single file for now into turn number 1, OSL debut, not XCal Force of Habit. McCauley already has made his way up into 2nd spot. Cook has fallen back to 3rd. Saccoci currently runs in 4th. Brian Wiggins 5th. Aaron Manfredonia, Wes Ward Jr. side by side for 6 on the track. We've already got a driver in pit road, and that is James Miller starting from the rear. Lap 1 on the board, and it's led by Dustin Montgomery, but Cody McCauley not wasting any time challenging for the race lead on the number 4. About a car length and a half separate first and second, and they have some of the strongest I ratings here. Montgomery 53.99, McCauley 45.90. McCauley takes a peek, looking down to the inside. But nothing working there, and look at the mess down the back straightaway. First yellow is out. And I am trying to see who it's for. I think it's for Scott McKinney in the number 2. But that's not what it was for. Maybe possibly Wes Hurd in the number 12. He just comes to a stop, and I think that's what caused the yellow to come out. That was very strange and very odd. Pit road is open. Everyone's in. All drivers come down pit road, and we'll watch your leader, Dustin Montgomery. One driver stayed out, and that was Tom Para. Obviously, that's being an early start to the race. He's trying to save a set of tires for right now, and Cody McCauley beats out Mark Cook, Sikochi third, Wiggins fourth, and this is a very slow stop for Dustin Montgomery. What in the world is happening here?
Call it. Or if your mic ain't working, just throw a C in the chat. You gotta do the best you can without race control.
I don't know what happened there. I know I got loose coming off the corner, and those cars reacted crazily and ended up wrecking there. I know I wasn't close to any of them. I was way down on the inside. They just reacted and ended up wrecking.
Whoever that was in the middle, whenever we were coming past you, come right up on me, and he went into the wall.
I can't hear anything at all. I can't hear you guys talk. I can't hear the engine. Bunch of shit.
Apologies for the language again. It was possibly with Justin Dills. Now, he lost a couple of spots. Ah, there we go. We've got it. They just got into the wall. And that brings the yellow out. So, Diltz is saying to rewatch. Okay. Now I'll put this in slow-mo. Oh, that is complete net code. See if I can give you guys a different angle to watch from. And I'll put this in slow-mo. There was some smoke ahead of him, but that is... Oh, that's easily net code. So, and I don't think, because it is a 1.5 mile track, no quick repairs are allowed. Lights are off. Getting ready to go back to the green flag, and now it looks like Tom Para has made his way down pit road. So Cody McCauley, who started from 6th position,
please.
is the race leader. Mark Cook restarts 2nd, Mark Saccoci 3rd, Brian Wiggins is 4th, Dustin Montgomery 5th, Justin Cope 6th, Aaron Manfredonia 7th, Kayla McCarthy 8th, James Miller 9th, and currently Tom Para is 10th. Justin Dilge will receive an EOL. Jeremy Edwards here says that's easily net code. Hey, Jeremy, you've only made one start with us. Why are you just watching from the stream, man? You should be racing with us.
I gotta stay behind the 31.
Radio chatter from Kayla McCarthy, all figuring out where they have to restart in line. Leader gets the right to fire first. That's Cody McCauley from 6th position. Restarts as the leader after winning the race off pit road. 14.63 second pit stop time. Gets the right to fire first, and he checks out. For 4th spot, Montgomery inside on Wiggins. Not a good pit stop for Montgomery. A 36-second stop. I'm not sure what happened there that caused that, but he had one of the longer pit road times. Johnny Taylor's in chat, says he wishes he could be there. We wish too, man. We wish too. And Tom Para is back in the pits, and he has spun on his entry to pit road. No issues as McCauley has the lead by about a second over Mark Cook. Dustin Montgomery has made his way back up to 3rd, and he's closing on in to the 88. And look at that run he gets on the exit. Cook just got tight off of turn 2. Another driver in pit road, and that's Aaron Manfredonia. And this is an unscheduled stop. Great racing all over as Brian Wiggins loses a spot. Mark Saccoci makes the pass. He's on a mission right now, looking to start the season off 3 for 3. Working up along the outside, and Wiggins actually is going to make the pass stick. This is going to be a race where you really want the low line here. And ignore that, by the way, caution was not out. Little glitch on our system. This is going to be a race, usually in iRacing, the low line you want to use to your advantage, but sometimes you could have a setup dialed in for the outer groove. Depends on how you like your car. But that's the best battle on track for 3rd position. Brian Wiggins, again, 11th place finish at Daytona. Missed the show at Atlanta. And Mark Saccoci runs in 5th. Let's go on board for a lap here with Saccoci. I'll show you as well the dashboard when he crosses the start-finish line. In the draft, and this is going to be a top speed about 196 miles an hour, You can see how much he's laying off the throttle as Manfredonia is in the pits as well. Nice pass on Mark Cook for 4th spot on the track. Currently your best battle for that position as we speak. Mark Cook trying to make a case here for P4 on the track. And this is again going to be a race of clean air and drafting and trying to hit your marks at the same time. And Aaron Manfredonia is having issues again in the number 31. See, this is the part that ticks me off. Drivers just slowing down on track and just trying to finish this race. It's just ridiculous. And battle for the race lead. Dustin Montgomery on the bottom trying to rebound after a bad pit stop. Easily makes the pass stick on McCauley, and you've got a new leader. So Montgomery makes the pass work there. Brian Wiggins still in 3rd. Change for 6 on the track. Kayla McCarthy. Now for those that are regulars here on my channel on Twitch and Slide Job Racing Network, you recognize that name easily from Powerhouse Racing League on Thursday nights. McCarthy, a contender for the championship there. Powerhouse Racing League racing on Thursday night. Unfortunately, we won't be able to broadcast that race due to other commitments. Well, I shouldn't say other commitments with iRacing, but my work schedule. I cover races in real life too, and sometimes Mother Nature can be a pain in the butt, and unfortunately just can't do those things. So we won't be able to broadcast McCarthy's race Thursday night. SDS Equipment, go get him, Kayla. Yep, that's from Johnny Taylor. But we will be covering next week's Powerhouse Racing League Championship race. One driver in the championship for already. That is Jonathan Atkins, and that has been putting on incredible racing this season. So don't miss that. A week from tomorrow. That starts at 8:30 p.m. on the Powerhouse Racing League Facebook page, and that is our most viewed series on Slide Job Racing Network. 20 laps are in the books. Dustin Montgomery continues to lead him by 2 seconds over Cody McCauley. Montgomery currently putting on a clinic. Starting from the pole, has the 2nd fastest lap of the race with a 29.68. In fact, is the only driver right now currently running lap times in the 30s. But you gotta be careful. Try not to use up your tires too much. While this is a banked track, it was reconfigured before the 2007 NASCAR season. So just keep that in mind. Battle for 3rd on the line here. Mark Cook and Brian Wiggins. And Cook all over his rear end in the Mountain Dew machine. Was able to get by Sikochi a couple of laps ago, and Wiggins just let him by, I think. Early on here, doesn't want to be using his equipment too much in the Speed Demon setups number 5. So give up that spot, and look at this mess here. McCarthy and Justin Cope all over Mark Sikochi for 5th. And at the stripe, McCarthy takes the spot away. Sakochi's in trouble unless he is conserving his stuff a little bit early here. Just ran a 31.88, so I think that's his strategy right now, saving his equipment. That's what I think he did at Daytona that earned him the race win. Justin Cope coming off of a 7th place finish, only completing 71 laps last week at the Atlanta Speedway. Tell you this, amongst the notables that are not in the field, no Frank Peacock, normally running a Penske number 12 machine. And speaking of Team Penske, Justin Diltz currently 2 laps down in the pits. Issue with the number 21. Diltz coming off of a 5th place finish at Atlanta. Continue to watch that battle for 5th between McCarthy and Cope. They are both the biggest movers of the race, each up 6 positions. They did not attempt to qualify to start the showing. But McCarthy continues to get the early advantage over Justin Cope early on. So 27 laps up on the board this time. Dustin Montgomery, who started from pole, your current race leader. We're going to take this opportunity to take you side by side. Stay with us, folks. Yellow flag is out. Second caution today here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And take a look and figure out what happened here. You see Justin Cope with some damage to his car, and I would take a guess that it involved him. And there you see it, and that is a pancaked left side, and can't even use his quick repair at all. Let's see if we can possibly show that to you in slow motion. And I think we can. A little bit curious. He just clipped that wall, and if you just scrape the wall a touch, it can just, with the low downforce, can send your car sideways. And that's the damage it does for Justin Cope. And the bad luck continues for him. You know, he did have a nice top 10 run at Daytona. But with all the drivers in the field, probably going to have, at this possibility, only probably finish in 11th position. Everyone is in pit road. And while we watch that, let's take the chance and watch and listen to some team chatter while we are at it.
Oh.
And again, another slow stop for Dustin Montgomery. Macaulay wins the race off pit road. His second stop. I don't know what it is with these slow stops. If he is just very confident that he's got a fast race car or what it is. But Macaulay wins the race off pit road. Only one driver stayed out. And I think he's going to come in this time. James Miller in the number 18. Teammate of Mark Sicocci's. And I believe wanted to get that bonus point in leading a lap. Johnny Taylor definitely agrees and says he has a hot rod. And what's this all about? Macaulay is also coming in. Dilton Para, I could understand if they got some more optional damage to repair. Same with Cope. But Macaulay, I'm not too sure on why he is coming in. For right sides, or is this a 4-tire pit stop? Well, he just went 4 tires and fuel. I don't know. I don't understand what the point was then of staying of I think he knows he's got a fast hot rod too. So he's staying to the back. It feels like it's like a handicap in dirt track race. And I know some of my local dirt tracks, they race with handicaps, and if the higher up you are in points, the more you could fall back. It can be confusing at some points. So Mark Cook is the race leader, and should he stay out when the pace car pulls in, he will get the right to fire first. So we'll just take this opportunity, listen to some of the team chatter, if we can. Right now on the radios it is quiet, and with only 11 drivers on track, it can definitely be understandable.
Number 18, where are you at, Buck?
So get ready to go back to the green flag. Let's reset the field. Mark Sicocci, Mark Cook, the Mark and Mark
See,
show.
now it's telling me to pass the 21 car again. So the 21 car got the lucky dog. He was already in front of me. As soon as he passed the pace car, it told me to let the 21 car by. And I went into the pits, and it just gave me a black flag. So I got a fucking pit on the green.
Again, we apologize for the language, but a penalty to James Miller. Keep in mind, there is no race control as we go back to green. Race control is AFK today, and we're already battling for second. Wiggins takes a look inside on Sikochi for the runner-up spot. And, oh my goodness, McCauley, look at that! Oh my! Wiggins pancakes the wall.
Let me go on the pitch.
Caution, thanks 62. Nice, dude. Nice.
Caution.
And McCauley, I think it's going to get a black flag for that. He tried to thread the needle. I don't know why you do that on lap 38 is the real question. Just misjudges it and gets into the 5 of Wiggins. That's hard contact in the Speed Demon setups machine. And obviously, not what Wiggins wanted after an 11th place finish back at Daytona. So watch your onboard here with Wiggins. Let's get that set up here for you. Yeah, it's just easily a misjudge, and that's probably going to end the day for Brian Wiggins. Now, Aaron Manfredonia reports that he crashed. And there you see it spins the car out on purpose. So we're going to pause here and take a break. And yeah, so we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Put something together for you and
Welcome back. Hang on, give me one moment. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome back. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We get ready to go back to the green flag. Mark Cook, Cody McCauley, the front row. Here we go, back to green. Top three remain single file. Now make it top four. This is the closest battle on track for the race lead between Mark Cook and Cody McCauley. And McCauley's closing in a little bit. Dustin Montgomery, by the way, backed out of this race. I don't know what that was all about, but for the lead, McCauley inside on Mark Cook. New leader. McCauley goes to the point, and he is checked out of the hotel like a bat out of hell. It's just absolutely unbelievable the way McCauley's driving. Sikochi runs in third. Kayla McCarthy is fourth. And these are the four cars on the lead lap that have a chance at winning. James Miller, by the way, still on pit road. And that was because he's trying to, I believe he's serving a penalty right now from Green Flag Racing. From passing someone under the yellow, according to iRacing. Sikochi closing in on Mark Cook. Let's compare their last couple of laps. Look at that. Last two laps, Sikochi is 0.3 of a second faster. We'll check this time. This time a tenth and a half faster than Mark Cook. Just had a change for 7th on the track. Justin Kopkin by Brian Wiggins. And Diltz, I believe, just made a pass on James Miller for 5th. Sikochi with a nice run in 1 and 2, and he could make the pass here down the Nellis Air Force straightaway. Pass is set and complete by Sikochi, and now Cook has to hang on with Kayla McCarthy all over him for 3rd. Best battle on track. It's really all about timing your moves and trying to set it up and how you control your car too. I'm in the corner, and there you see McCarthy, easy pass on the low line. Cook, I think, is saving his tires for right now, and McCarthy takes away P3. So Sikochi trying to close in on McCauley. And let's compare the time delta the last 2 laps. Look at how much that gap has. Pretty much, I mean, we did go green a couple of laps ago, but... So actually, how about we compare the last 5 laps? One moment as we try to find that and set that up. Colley a little bit slower right now compared to Sikochi. So just reeling him in by just a tick. He's closed the gap to under 2 seconds on the 62. We'll keep watching that closely, but Kayla McCarthy all over his end. 51 laps are complete. We are a quarter way through the Autopilot Solar Solutions 300, and while we are at it, let's take this opportunity to shout out our sponsors. Without them, none of this is possible. Our sponsor for tonight, Autopilot Solar Solutions, and also want to give shout outs to Full Send Graphics, Speed Demon Setups, and Affordable SEO and Marketing. If you'd like to donate to help keep our broadcasts going, you can do so at paypal.me /Old School League, and we definitely appreciate your donation. Next week for Old School League, the current plan is to race at The Rock in North Carolina, Rockingham Speedway, for the affordable SEO 200. Best battle on track. This is for second between Mark Sikochi and Kayla McCarthy. Let's go on board for a lap with the Queen of Texas. You see they're getting a little bit... Oh, almost clipped the wall. That got close. Let's use the gyro cam if we can with Kayla. See what the top speed is going into the corner. About 194 miles an hour. That's the top speed she's had all day. Of all drivers, Wes Hurd Jr. went 198 miles an hour. That's, I guess anyone's been able to go tonight. Just had McCarthy on the radio queue up. Whoa, holy moly, where did Mark Cook come from? I think that was from when McCarthy almost clipped the wall off of turn 2. She lost a lot of time. And Mark Cook takes third, and he's back in this race for second. And Sikochi has not really been able to do anything. In fact, McCauley's actually increased the gap just a little bit on the driver of the number 8. The best battle on track. The driver is entering in the middle of the corner. And Cook may have something to say to Sikochi. Set the pass up inside. Nope, he's going to wait on it. Though he had a nice slipstream. Meanwhile, there's McCauley. He's just a dot in the background. He's missing a good race behind him, but I'm pretty sure he wants to be missing that race. He wants to be leading. No question about that. And both of them run a higher groove. And look at that. Cook diamonds the corner. A much better exit, even though Sikochi had banking to his advantage. Keep in mind, it's progressive banking here at Vegas. 12 degrees on the bottom, 16 in the middle, and 20 degrees all the way up top to the safer barrier. So Mark Cook takes away second spot. And that's your best battle on track. What a great scene here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, without question. You know, it kind of makes me curious too. Do we have that opportunity to explore, to see the Las Vegas Strip from iRacing? We're going to take a look and see here.
Well, I guess I just have to watch. I can't get in.
It's a driver on our series. Let's try and figure this out here. There we go. Get a nice view up close and personal. There you see, I think, the short tracks. And what the heck just happened there? That was odd. Well, we see the iRacing blimp, that's for sure. Now, keep in mind, Las Vegas Motor Speedway is all based along an Air Force base called the Nellis Air Force Base. There's the bull ring there. Or that may be the dirt track, actually. Well, the dirt track's somewhere, that's for sure. And, nope, sorry for the gamblers at home that like to play cards. There is no view of the Las Vegas Strip. Over here, though, there is the drag strip in turn number 4. So for those wondering at home. Alright, I'm having a little bit too much fun. Let's get back into showing some racing before we miss something really crazy. And actually, you know what? We just did. Cody McCauley just entered pit lane and has given up the race lead. And is he gone? He gone. He is gone. So Mark Cook is the race leader. Kayla McCarthy second. Mark Sikochi is third. We have got 9 drivers running on track. Alright, you know what we're going to do actually while we're at it? We're going to take a break and we're going to go side by side for a couple of laps. So be patient with us. Stay with us. You're not going to miss a thing as Mark Cook continues to lead. Damn about this race. Mark Cook Caleb McCarthy, Mark Sicocci, James Miller, Justin Diltz, Justin Cope, Tom Pera, and Brian Wiggins. So while we were at it, let's do a full field rundown in this race so far. Right now, McCarthy just queued up on the radio. Right now, Mark Cook, your race leader. Not bad of a showing for the driver of the number 88. Has been lucky a bunch of times in this race, pretty much because the fastest cars on track decide, you know what, this is just an evening stroll. I'm done. I've had enough. I got other things I want to do, etc., etc. So right now, a nice run for him in the 88. And talk about his stats so far. Mark Cook comes on in with a 17th place average finish, 9th place average start, and led a combination of 23 laps during speed weeks. Second place, Kayla McCarthy in the number 24, making her OSL Cup Series debut, also one of the main admins of the Powerhouse Racing League. From 11th position and is running in second spot, trying to close in on Mark Cook, but it is a 3.2 second lead. Third spot, Mark Sicocci. Obviously, he's been the story we've been watching closely tonight. Could he try and go 3 for 3? Well, right now he's got some work to do in the race's longest run of the race so far. Fourth place is James Miller. The iRacing Black Flags have really pretty much screwed him up in this race tonight, but currently in the fourth position. Not bad of a race for him. Finished second at Atlanta last week, trying to rebound from that and his penalty. But right now, fourth place, 2 laps down. A yellow would put him 1 lap down as the free pass. But battling him for that free pass, McCarthy.
Be torn down.
Well, you say he's not going to pass Tech?
Nope.
Tough break, Cope, man.
Problems with Justin Cope in the 59, who was running in the 6th position, and the engine has blown up. That's a tough break. His night comes
A lot of laps this week.
to an end.
Is the only reason.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just giving you shit, man.
At this point, I don't even care about apologizing for the language.
I was matching you lap times there for a while, and then I started over driving it because I saw that I was matching you, catching you just a little bit, and gone to shit.
Yeah, I try not to watch anybody in front of me now. I've learned this to run my line. Once I get clean air, I don't even look to see. I'll peek up every couple laps, but that's about it.
As we continue going through the field,
Can anybody hear me?
if you're in spectators, nobody can hear you unless the commentator is. If you're in spectators, the drivers cannot hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I was too late to get in.
Yeah, don't worry, Mike. I don't think you're the only one. But, oh well. Better luck next time then, I guess.
I just got to get used to this Eastern time deal.
Yeah, I bet you. I'm going to mute spectators. Just so we don't have to hear...
That's what I'm doing, sitting there looking at the times and the results and everything. Mark's leading right now, Mark Cook.
All right, there we go. That should be better now.
Really get down to about 31, 2, 31.
having a little fun with Mike Breeze for right now. Because, I mean, technically we got nothing else really to do. 5th place driver currently, Justin Diltz in the number 21. Now let's look at Justin Dilt's stats while we are at it. Was a 6th place finish at Daytona and 5th place finish at Atlanta, so he's definitely a front runner in the Old School League Cup Series, currently running in 5th. Started in the 10th spot today in this race. Justin Cope currently getting the engine repaired. Tom Parra in the number 16, currently in 7th position. 8th spot is Brian Wiggins in the number 5, trying to rebound after a spin he was involved in that gave him a lot of damage after the 62 got into him. And speaking of the 62, not trying hard, Cody McCauley. Same with Dustin Montgomery and Wes Hurd Jr. and Aaron Manfredonia, Dustin Montgomery, Wes Hurd Jr. All just taking daily strolls, I think, from the looks of it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to call these drivers out as, especially as someone who's a part of the series. However, though, like, we dealt with this in Atlanta. We don't want to deal with it again. So Mark Cook is in the pits as Kayla McCarthy is on her way out. Just had a 17.9 second stop. .68 for Mark Cook, and without question, we'll assume the lead.
You want me to go high or low?
High side, please. She got loose right there. I didn't expect that.
Those new tires will get you.
So right now, for as Mark Cook, as we crank it up, 9.5 second lead over Kayla McCarthy, and Mark Sikochi is in 3rd, and I believe, is that the closest delta we've got? Yes, it is. So taking on board with Sikochi for a couple of laps here. Of course, the big story coming out of the SMI camp is with Atlanta Motor Speedway getting the reprofiling done for next season, increasing their banking to 28 degrees, kind of making it like a little fresher version of Las Vegas, just from what it looks like to me, actually. So, yeah. Let's look at turn 2, see some fun action here. This is some of the closest action we got on track, so I mean, we can just show you that. Mark Cook up there putting another lap down on Tom Para in the 16. Suffered some damage earlier. Now, the two are close together, Justin Diltz and James Miller. They are 4th and 5th. That's not for position, though, as Miller's got about 2 laps to make up. Justin Diltz now in pit road. I believe he was on worn tires. Diltz exits pit road. Now, I apologize, by the way, if the commentary is a little bit off. You know, with the way this race has gone, it's pretty much left us with nothing to talk about for 109 more laps. So, yeah. So, we're gonna take another break. Actually gonna go full screen on the commercials. If something does happen, we'll come back and show you what's happening. So stay with us. Welcome back to the Old School League Cup Series here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A couple of laps away from being scored halfway and being deemed as an official race. Two drivers on pit road, for those wondering on your end, Tom Para and Justin Cope, currently, as they would say in real life, behind the wall, getting some damage. 6 drivers currently on the track, as you see on the map on your screen, and we're actually going to take that off for right now. We're hearing Brian Wiggins on the radio, currently in 6th position. Those wondering what happened to him earlier on, was running inside the top 3 and on a restart. 62, who is backed out of the race for I don't know why. Made a move up the middle, going 3 wide. And Wiggins was not happy, and the yellow came out. And there you see the left side damage. Wiggins just trying to stay out of faster cars' ways. Right now, he has got 5 minutes to the car ahead of him. For those wondering, that's about 10 laps or so. And right now, he's gaining some ground on the guys in 7th and 8th because they're on pit road and could have been out of the race for a while.
Anyone else's car handling like dog shit?
Sikochi on the radio. Now McCarthy. Well, there.
I've made several adjustments, and it all seems to be working.
Hundred laps down, 100 to go. Again, that's the story we're watching closely, is with Mark Sikochi tonight. Trying to start the season 3 for 3, and you see there, almost got the wall. He is manning this thing like it is a sprint car right now. Just look at it. And I even think he's using brake. My goodness, he just got wicked loose. Sikochi's in trouble. This could bring a yellow possibly. We'll watch the onboard. We switch to the bottom. He last pitted on lap 75 for those wondering. He's been on these tires for...
I don't know what's worse, these cars, when they get tighter, fucking Xfinity cars on 6 setup.
just over 25 laps.
Which kind of player now?
He's even babying the throttle
Thing is
at the start-finish line.
Barely hang on to it. I heard like multiple different setups going. Picked the wrong one. Brian's got one of my better ones. He freaking blew my freaking door in to the beginning of the race.
Yeah, somebody was nice enough to loan me their setup, and it's just, I don't know what's going on with it, if it's me or if it's track or what.
Yeah, he told me before the race.
McCarthy just lost at the start-finish line.
Ooh, that apron is slick down there on the front stretch.
By the way, go on board with the leader, Mark Cook. That is Mark Sikochi, the next car ahead. So Cook is soon to put Mark Sikochi a lap down.
Next week I won't be able to make it, Mark. I got to be at the go-kart track. I was supposed to be there tonight for some makeup race from a previous season that I didn't run, so I figured I just wouldn't show up tonight for the go-kart stuff.
Yeah, he might not even be in next week.
Uh-oh.
Oh, listen to him right now, Kayla. He's just pissed off because all them people left and a bunch of people that said they were going to show didn't show up. So he's just frustrated with the car count.
Yep, you're not alone, Brian. Me too.
No, I get it. Trust me. I mean, I help run the league on Thursday night, so I get it.
Full service here for
Yeah,
Mark
it's just
Sikochi.
sucks. The hardest thing is to get people to commit, you know?
Yeah, no kidding.
He worked had something like 15 new drivers show up into the league, and none of them showed up into the race. It's like, the heck, man.
Long stop here for Sakochi. I think he's
Well, a
just
couple showed up,
trying
new
to get.
drivers.
And there he
But then
goes.
again, like a lot of people, the thing is like,
Yeah, I know. I talked to Warren Young today. He got his second COVID shot and wasn't feeling all too hot, so that's why he didn't run.
but still, we lost all that within the first couple laps. So you know, just
I wonder how much of this he's running to get information to go back to PTM, though.
but we didn't even get close to that.
Yeah, then you got guys like Wes Hurd wreck out on the first 2 laps and just quit the race right away. It's like, dude.
Yeah, the truck league that I run in on Tuesday nights, the open stuff with Frank and them. Well, Frank hasn't run in a while, but they I got involved in a wreck on the first lap for turn 2 last time in Chicago and still finished 14th out of 21 drivers just because I stayed in it.
Yeah, exactly.
12-second lead for Cook on McCarthy. Cook halfway down the back
Yeah,
straightaway.
might just have to start like a Legends League. I bet you get a hell of people running that crap. Be a bunch of rookie drivers.
Bunch of new guys to iRacing. Legends are fun to drive, I'll tell you that, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for you now, Cook.
Come on, Wiggle.
Now they're just having fun, even if it's not for a spot. Fresher tires, definitely the answer. Wiggins gets by Cook. Gets one of his, I don't know, 14,
Right.
16
I
laps
hear ya.
back. I don't know. I'm gonna let you listen to some of the audio of the drivers and stuff like that. I'm gonna take a break again real quick, so I will be right back.
My butt's going numb.
.5-second lead now for Mark Cook on Kayla McCarthy.
Any suggestions on what to do to loosen this bitch up more?
I know you can change the ride heights in the pit, and that's about it. That and the tires. I forget which way you go though.
I raised my left rear spring. That kind of loosened me up a little bit on a long run.
Cody McCauley and Wes Hurd both left the chats.
Wow. I'm gonna take a look at Discord and see.
So
what's...
wait, raising the left rear? I think I may have been going the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, I always thought raising the left rear would make you looser on the long run. I know it's loosened me up.
Well, you're not actually raising it, you're lowering it. It's going to go positive on the perch to go to lower it.
Yeah, copy that, Mark. I'm going positive on it.
Yeah, you're going to go positive on the left to screw it up.
Yeah, and then opposite on the right side.
Or you can make it arrow loose by dropping the rear end, so dropping both. Then obviously the opposite, gonna tighten it.
Setup advice, obviously with this being an open series.
There ain't no adjustment on pit road because it's this piece of shit though, I'll tell you that.
Facts. Driver in the pits right now, and it's James Miller in the number 18. His sixth stop of the race so far. And pit time 16.33, and back on track he goes. Currently 5 laps down though. So Mark Cook with a 16-second lead on Kayla McCarthy. They are the only two drivers currently on the lead lap. Half a track lead for the driver of the number 88. So we're going to take another break here while we are at it. Just over 75 laps to go. Cook leads. Kayla McCarthy just recently
You guys run this one early, or you want to run it out?
I'm good with ending it early.
Looks like we're gonna end it early.
I mean, everybody's a lap down, basically.
Looks like we got the mercy rule.
I can imagine what it's like for Marty. I mean, another poor showing.
Yeah, he's on board with that.
So we'll be calling this one early once again.
10-4 to, I don't know, 135, I guess.
We'll end this one at 135.
135 and target.
An easy race for Mark
yeah,
Cook.
10-4, Mark. May as well, man. We're going to keep trying, though. We're not going to give up here.
Currently a minute
Not
lead
waste any more time tonight.
over Kayla McCarthy, and it's been a dominant one indeed, that's for sure. Three to go. And Cook will safely drive it to victory. The closest battle is, I would want to say, for third, as Justin Diltz is 26 seconds behind Sikochi. This time, Mark Cook comes to the white flag with 1 lap to go. Now I think the question is, who expected Mark Cook to get this one done? And I think he's actually going to call it now.
If that's the case, then Kayla just got to stay out, and she might get the win.
Mark Cook coming into pit road, making this a little interesting. Let's get the map.
What, one more lap? How many more laps to 135? I'm 4 laps down.
McCarthy's off of 4. Here we go. This is going to be for the win. And McCarthy's closing in fast, under a 10-second lead. Merges on safely. No sign of McCarthy.
You guys take the 135 yet? Complete 135?
In the background. And off of turn 4 for the
10-4,
final
Mark.
time. Mark Cook wins
Whenever
the
you're ready,
Autopilot
dude.
Solar Solutions 300 at Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think they're crossing now, right?
After a 17th place finish, Mark Cook takes home the win. McCarthy second. Sikochi finishes in third.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate it, man. You had a good run. Bad luck.
Yeah, just make sure. I mean, I'll try to make sure it's right, but try to make sure everybody's leaving in order. But we'll know from the broadcast. I'll get it right.
Yeah, I got fifth. Justin Diltz fourth, you third, Kayla second, Mark first. And then the rest, I'll just copy paste real quick.
We'll show you, by the way, 6 through 10. I'm showing 6 through 10 so you guys can see, so they can see it. I was just showing the top 5 most of this race, so just let Mark know.
Alright, copy that, man.
So those are the results on your screen. That will do it for our coverage tonight. Next week we are we are hopefully at North Carolina Speedway. Start time about 8:45. With that, we're going to sign off here. I'm Marty Sakala. This has been a presentation of Old School League Racing. Congratulations to Mark Cook on getting the job done tonight at Las Vegas. Thank you all for joining in. Take care, everyone.
William?
Who, Mark Cook? I thought he got a win before.
He come close. I don't think he got one though.
What'd you say, Mark? It's cutting out.
And he's blown it up.
I think the broadcaster probably want to talk to the winner.
Do the winner only. That's it. I'm going to make it quick, then I want to get this thing off.
You trying to do? You still interviewing people?
I'll just do Mark Cook. That's it.
Fine, yeah, man.
Tell Cook to get in here. That's it. Then we'll end it.
Okay, copy that. Hey, Mark, you're supposed to head to the booth there.
All right, now we got Mark Cook on in here. The mic is yours. Just thanks for doing what you needed to do. Just walk us through your race. Mark, you got a copy?
Got me? You got me?
Yep. Thanks for doing the right thing. Just walk us through your race. Then we'll let you go.
It was a lot of fun. Wish we had some more drivers out there. But I worked on this setup. Couldn't do it this week. That's the only reason I had such a good car. I actually drove a lot of laps, so it does pay off.
Definitely does. Who you want to send thanks to tonight?
I guess my old teammate bro, Justine, Rebel Racing.
Haha. Nice, Mark. Congratulations.
All right, later. Thanks, guys.